The Adventures of the Assistant and Wiggles.
All right, I think that should do it. Our science fair project is ready to go.
Great job, Wiggles. This display looks awesome.
Howdy do, you two.
Oh, hey, Austin. Did you finish setting up your project?
Indeed I did. Check this out. This year, I decided to answer one of science's greatest mysteries, just how the moon is made entirely of cheese. After months of extended research, I'm confident my solutions will rock the scientific community worldwide.
Did you say the moon's made of cheese?
Yes, crazy, right? Of course, the idea wasn't mine to begin with. I watched a video on the internet that showed me the light. You know that people on the internet make stuff up all the time, right?
The moon isn't made of cheese, Austin. It's made of rock. Even Wiggles knows that.
The moon isn't made of cheese?
Of course not. That'd be silly.
And a big waste of cheese. Will you excuse me for a moment?
The school science fair. What a perfect place to find a new weapon against my feline enemies. With this disguise, I'll trick the kids into thinking I'm a judge for the science fair. And then when I find the perfect project to fight back against all the cats and kittens in the world, I'll use it. Yes, that's it. I'll use it. All right, you genius children, show me what you got.
This year, I ask the question, how big do balloons have to get before their pop scares you? Ah!
Next.
As you can see, my project was about which color shoes dogs prefer to chew on, and the answer might surprise you.
Boring.
This year, my project was about studying hamsters to see if they were the secret evil geniuses of the animal kingdom.
Kid, this doesn't exactly help me today, but I've got a feeling you're gonna go far in life.
My conclusion is that hamsters are not smart.
This kid gets a failing grade. All these kids are jokes. None of these ideas are any good.
It's an ice machine, capable of freezing anything and everything that gets in its way.
I don't know, Harold. An ice machine like that sounds dangerous.
Ah, please. It'd only be dangerous in the hands of someone evil. You're just jealous because my project's gonna win first prize.
Awfully confident about that, huh?
Well, what did you decide to do this year?
As you can see, if you drop an egg into a regular cup of water, it sinks to the bottom.
But if you add enough salt to a jar of water, it changes the density of it and allows the egg to float.
Pretty cool, huh?
Salt has very interesting effects on water. Not only can it change density, but it lowers its freezing point as well.
Eggs? Salt? That's your project? Oh, what a hoot. Better luck next year.
The nerve of that guy.
Wiggles, the judges are almost here.
And that's why the moon is not made of cheese.
Austin, your entire project seems centered around a very obvious scientific fact.
Tell that to the internet. Don't worry, you've got this. Just remember, speak slowly and clearly.
Hey!
Was that Harold?
If there's one thing cats can't stand, it's being frozen solid. This ice machine will be the perfect weapon.
Hey, that's mine!
Finders keepers, kid.
Harold, what's wrong?
What's wrong? One of those judges stole my ice machine and froze me to the floor. And there he goes!
That's no judge. That's Howie the Hamster.
I haven't had this much fun in years.
I really gotta stop doing the volcano project every year.
Wiggles, we have to stop him.
But how? How do you de-ice something like this?
I'm sure there's something around here that we can use. No, nothing here.
Ah!
Not that one either.
By the way, red is the best.
Not this one.
Must be a big day for you, huh?
Austin's project won't work either.
Oh no, Howie even froze Mr. Engineer. Where does this leave us? We've got nothing to use but eggs and salt.
Wait a minute, that's it.
What? What's it?
Remember what you said about salt?
It lowers the freezing point of water.
Which means it helps make ice melt.
Oh, you're right.
It's working, but we still need to stop Howie. And this could take some time.
What we need is more salt.
I bet there's some in the school kitchen.
These will work. All right, this should have them free in no time.
Thanks for this!
Don't sweat it.
I'm so cold, I don't think I'll ever sweat again.
What was that about the ice machine not being dangerous? And what was that about salt not being a good idea for an experiment?
Fine, I was wrong.
Don't worry, Harold. You'll be free in no time. But your socks might be a little wet.
Yeah, thanks, I guess.
Harold, can you help unfreeze everybody while we stop Howie?
I guess it's the least I could do.
That's perfect. Thanks.
I gotta get out of here somehow.
Not so fast, Howie.
The assistant and Wiggles. What an annoying surprise.
Hand over the ice machine and no one gets hurt.
You silly little girl. This ice machine is going to help freeze cats the world's over. Why would I ever give it back?
Because it's the right thing to do?
A tempting offer, but I think I'll stick with being evil.
Then I guess we'll do this the hard way.
Ooh, I'm so scared. You sure you want to do this, little girl? Draw! No! You melted my ice blast with hot water!
That's not all we did.
No! My ice machine! It only blasts water now!
Salt water, to be exact.
The salt lowered the freezing point of the ice.
You may have won this time, but I'll be back! I'll be back! My back. My back.
And in third place, for confirming what we always thought, but never knew, Austin.
Hey, I'll take third place.
And in second place, for a brilliant invention that inconvenienced us all, Harold Lerman.
Well, at least I didn't come in third.
And for saving the science fair with a simple, yet genius experiment, first place goes to the assistant.
Yeah! Woo-hoo-hoo! So, who else is in the mood for ice cream?
You can't be serious. The Adventures of the Assistant and Wiggles.
I love the smell of Halloween. The scent of chocolate wafting through the breeze. The faint hint of new plastic from everyone's masks.
The smell of old apples Miss Henley gives each year. Ugh.
Ow!
Oh, hey, Austin.
If I knew we were gonna be attacked by apples tonight, I would have dressed up as something with a helmet.
What are you supposed to be anyway?
I'm a dog catcher.
Hey, Molly, you got any more apples?
Oh no! What is that thing? Hey! That's mine! Let go! Give that back!
What's going on down there?
No! That's mine! Stay away from us!
It looks like some kid in a ghost costume is taking everybody's candy.
What? They can't do that. Do they think that just anybody can walk up to these houses and get some?
That is sort of how it works, actually.
The thief is coming this way, and is he flying? I'm not the only one seeing this, right?
Hey!
Hey!
Get your hands off!
Here you go!
That guy stole all our candy!
That guy happened to be a terrifying flying ghost, so maybe we let this one go?
No, let's go get him!
I think I'll stay here and patrol the perimeter.
Okay, if you want to stay here all alone...
Okay, I'm coming! Yep, that's about our luck.
I don't remember seeing this old house before.
Do those trees have eyes?
No, those are lemons. This is the Lemon Tree Mansion. It was owned by Daniel Arnold Hemingway, a man who got rich selling lemonade all over the world.
Lemon Tree Mansion! I've only heard bad stories about this place. It's filled with witches, ghosts, monsters, and ghouls, and no one who has ever gone inside has come back out.
If no one has ever come back out, then how does anyone know what's inside?
Well, we know of someone who came out. The ghost of Daniel Arnold Hemingway!
Austin, you know ghosts aren't real.
Yeah, but after tonight, not so sure about that.
I'm sure there's an explanation.
Come on, let's go! Candy and adventure awaits!
I gotta find new friends. Oh man, This place could use some sprucing up. It looks like nobody's home. We tried. Time to leave.
How are we gonna be able to see anything? Lemons, I think I can solve our light problem. Can you guys find me some nails and copper wire? Here are some nails.
Here's some water.
Perfect. Now all we need are these 2 light bulbs. And there we go. Wow, these will be a big help.
What is that?
It's a big pile of candy.
It's all the sour candy from everyone's bags.
Interesting.
What is?
I've always read that snakes don't like anything sour.
They don't.
They don't have sour taste buds on their tongue like we do.
You think the ghost could be a snake? You know, I was hoping that if we found out the true identity of the ghost, I would be put at ease. But hearing that it might be a flying snake, not helping.
Oh, it's just my watch. Mr. Engineer's calling.
Assistant, are you okay?
Of course, Mr. Engineer. What's wrong?
I've just returned to the lab and someone's broken in. They managed to steal my lab coat, as well as one of my inventions.
Which one?
I'm not sure because someone didn't do the inventory properly.
Sorry.
Oh, I see you're using the lemon flashlight. Hey, that's a pretty nifty trick, isn't it?
Definitely.
Where are you anyway?
A haunted house.
Yeah, I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Ghost and or flying snake!
Okay, everyone, just stay together and... or do the opposite. We need to get Austin.
We need to take down that ghost!
Wiggles, you and Molly go after him. I'll go find Austin.
Right.
Austin, are you in here?
Oh, thank goodness you're here. It took a few minutes, but I realized I made things worse by being alone.
Come on, let's go meet back up with... monster!
Big monster!
Oh wait, it's not a monster. Those are our candy bags.
Oh, good. For once, a pleasant surprise.
It looks like the ghost pulled out all the sour candies. But this is everything else.
Great, we found them. Now let's go.
Wait a second. There's animal fur here.
Great, this place is infested with mice.
No, it's not mouse hair. But it looks a little like, I'm not sure. Maybe hamster hair?
Tomato, if you ask me.
But snakes don't have fur. That means Howie the Hamster must be the ghost. And if that's true, I think I know how to get him.
How?
Howie's afraid of cats.
And did you happen to bring a cat?
No, but we can trick Howie by making him think that a cat's after him.
He'll get scared and we'll be able to catch him. Do you smell that? I think that's rocket fuel.
It is rocket fuel.
But the can is empty.
Why would a ghost need rocket fuel? There it is.
After it!
Meow. I'm a big cat and I'm hungry.
Assistant! Look out for that giant cat!
Wait, Wiggles. It isn't.
I'll save you! I can't see!
Okay, silly ghost. Let's show the world how you're actually... Rowdy Raccoon! That animal hair wasn't hamster fur. It was raccoon fur. Hey, this isn't a sheet at all. It's Mr. Engineer's lab coat.
Ugh. Hey! He's wearing my rocket shoes!
So that's what Rowdy stole from the lab.
And that's also why he needed rocket fuel, to power the shoes! He thought he could fool us into thinking it was a real ghost. But why did he separate the sour candy from the others?
Raccoons don't like sour candy, but they got a big sweet tooth.
Well, what are we gonna do with this guy?
I have an idea. Come one, come all to the scariest haunted mansion in the world. And don't forget to pick up some candy on your way in.
Thank you so much! You saved my little brother's first Halloween.
Wow, you guys did a great job turning that old haunted house into quite an attraction. Oh, and thanks for bringing me back my lab coat.
It was our pleasure, Mr. Engineer.
But whatever happened to Rowdy Raccoon?
Oh, we decided to give him a little job. And this is the living room. But be warned, sometimes you can still hear the place being haunted by the ghost of a raccoon! Stop it! Let me go! This is not how I planned my Halloween would go!
Hey everyone,
Remember how we just saw how I made flashlights out of lemons?
That's right, assistant. Now, we're not going to be able to make flashlights out of lemons today, but we can make a clock out of lemons, right?
Right.
So let's look down here and how we made a clock out of lemons. So do you see it down here, people at home? Now, what we've done is we've made a battery. So we've got 2 lemons, and you have right here and here and there and there. And here's a little clock. Do you see it? We'll hold, Assistant, will you hold it up just a little bit and let's see. So you can see it's not very bright right now, but watch what happens when we squeeze the lemons a little bit and we get the juices flowing out of them. Ready? Do you see how the clock is getting bright? And then I pull off and it's not as bright. So look.
Wow, that's cool.
Okay, assistant, hold the clock right there. See how it's nice and faded? So watch, I'm going to pull this out, and this is what they would call an electrode for a battery. I'm going to put it back in the lemon, and look, the clock came back on. Isn't that cool, assistant?
Yeah.
Now, you know what? We don't have to just use lemons. So let's hold the clock right there, okay? Let's make sure we have it pointed so everybody can see it really well. All right, so we've got a lemon there, but what's this right here?
It's an orange.
It's an orange. So we're going to take our electrode out on one side and our other one out. And oh, wait a minute, what happened to the clock? What happened to the clock? It stopped working, didn't it? All right, hold it right there, assistant. Now we're going to take the orange and get it ready. And what we're doing is we're actually making a battery because the electricity will flow from one side to the other because all you need is an acid and then
it smells good.
And then all the juices from the fruit allows electricity to transport from one to the other. And look, our clock is back on. Isn't that cool, assistant?
Yeah.
That's pretty neat. Now, there are other things that we could use too. Now, it'd be kind of hard to actually make a flashlight with it because you need a lot of lemons. But you can definitely make a clock or other cool things. So that is how the science behind our episode really works. So again, the electricity goes from the fruit into our clock. And you know what? This clock would work for days and days and days, wouldn't it? Maybe you should set it. Pretty neat stuff, assistant. I'm really happy you were able to use some science to be able to stop Rowdy Raccoon and get everybody back their Halloween candy. Aren't you?
Yeah. And also, if you do this experiment with oranges, it smells really good.
Hey, assistant, now tell me about your science experiment that you had.
So we used salt to change the density of the water that made an egg float.
That's right. So the density of normal water is just 1. Now when you add salt to it, it increases the density and causes things to float. All right. So this one right here, we got 2 eggs. 1 egg. And 2 eggs. Should we show the people at home the chicken that we got the eggs from?
No.
No, we don't have it.
This is store-bought.
That's right. So here are your 2 eggs, assistant, and drop them into the water.
Both?
Ready? Yes, go. Did they float?
No.
That's because the egg is more dense than the water. But if we add enough salt, do you think we can make it float?
I don't know.
All right, so why don't you take that egg out and hand it to me? All right. Ooh, your hand's all wet now. Is the water warm or cold? It's warm. I made it a little bit warm because that way you could put more salt into the water. Okay, so get your stirring whisk right there. All right, and start adding salt. Open it up, and she's going to pour the salt in while stirring. So stir it in. So stir really well, assistant. A little bit more stirring down at the bottom. All right, let's stir that up really, really well before we add any more. Now, other things that salt water does, it also lowers the freezing point of water. And that's why it helps make ice melt. Did you know that? Really? That's why Harold's ice machine stopped working when Wiggles put all the salt in it. Because it made it so that it would have to that it wouldn't freeze. So we're going to let it settle down. So things that happen when you add salt to the water. It increases the density, it increases the melting point, and it increases the freezing point. Okay, so now we have lay egg. We're going to put it in the water.
And let's give it a couple of minutes to see what it does.
And it's not floating yet.
That means we need to add more salt.
That's exactly right, assistant. So let's take the egg out and add some more salt to it, okay?
Okay.
So she's going to add the salt and the whisk. We're going to stir it up really, really well. People at home, have you ever seen an egg float?
I haven't.
Yeah, we might have done the science experiment one time before. Okay, the assistant's going to do some more stirring. Now, if we stirred long enough, it should turn clear. Unless you get too much salt in it, then it's called saturated.
I think we put a lot of salt in there.
We put a lot of salt in there. You wouldn't want to drink that, would you?
No.
Or even put it on your popcorn.
Well,
All right.
I don't think you put salt water on your popcorn.
All right, so wait 1 second about putting that egg in. Let's zoom in a little bit closer this time.
Okay.
All right, assistant. So this is the water without salt, and this is the water with salt. Let's put the egg in and see what happens. Well, you can drop it in. It's floating, but let's see what happens if you drop it in a little harder than that.
Okay.
Whoa, try it one more time. Now watch this, assistant. So this egg is in clear water. What do you think happens if I put it in there?
I don't know.
It floats too.
It's two.
That's right. That's proof that it wasn't just a trick egg. Right, assistant?
Right.
So that is how you can change the density of water by adding salt. It changes the freezing point, the melting point, and the density, right?
Right.
And that's how we were able to make our egg float and why the assistant won the science fair. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Bye. I want to see if this one floats.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope.
Just need to add salt.